Yo, what is up guys? And today I'm gonna be playing Ziggs in the mid lane. Ziggs got buffed, and specifically his second ability. And I'll show you exactly what this changes about him and why this makes him really a lot better than you think. So I'll show you guys exactly how to build Ziggs, how to play him. So yeah, let me first talk about building him. There are multiple ways you can build him. You know, if you're against a lot of tanks, you go for Liandry's, right? Like against a lot of tanks, you're gonna go Liandry's, perhaps even a Rift Maker. However, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Ziggs playstyle where you one-shot the enemy. We're gonna talk about the type of draft where the enemies are very squishy. You know, you're against Caitlyn's, you're against Varus's, you're against all that backline kind of stuff, and you just wanna nuke them basically. So, how do you build it? First things first. Boots of Mana. Don't go Ionian Boots, you already have low enough cooldowns. Go for Boots of Mana, this is gonna do a ton of damage. Next up, Luden's Echo. And then here is a bit of a controversial item, but Infinity Orb. Infinity Orb lets you do big ass ultimates. So if you have an Infinity Orb, you don't want to ult in the beginning of a fight, which sometimes can be good as a Ziggs, right? Like to chunk them down. You want to ult to finish off enemies. You know, you're going to finish off anyone that's under 35% health. With the crit of the Infinity Orb, you're just finishing off anyone. Next up, we go for Rabadon's Death Cap. Just raw damage. Rabadon's Death Cap, always good. And the fourth item becomes situational. Awaken Soul Stealer if you're dominating the game. Because after you get a first kill, you're going to reduce your cooldowns like crazy and you're just going to keep destroying them. I love the Awakened Soul Stealer. Crown of the Shattered Queen if they have stuff that you just want to block with the shield. This one is really good as well. Ocean's Trident, absolutely necessary against a ton of shields. Because if the enemies have a lot of shields, it can counter Ziggs. So you want to have this. Horizon's Focus against enemies that become invisible. Like Vayne, Kai'Sa, Kha'Zix, Rengar, any stuff that becomes invisible automatically makes the Horizon's Focus better. And then of course anti-heal if you need anti-heal, just go for the Oblivion Orb and that's enough. And then last item you can finish, you know, whatever you want to finish. I don't know why my camera's again messing with me. And then Yordle's Trap, this is a bit of an interesting one. Can be good because it's really good with your third ability. But like besides that, your abilities don't really slow or stun the enemies, so it's a bit of a questionable one. I don't really like it much, but it could work. And then we go for Stasis. Stasis is especially good because you can put your third ability on top of yourself, use your ultimate as well, and then just put yourself in stasis. And then even if they kill you afterwards, you're basically gonna destroy all of them with that ultimate that you throw on top of yourself. Next up, the runes. Regarding the runes, my Ziggs playstyle, I only go red runes. You know, first one we go for Arcane Comet. You can go First Strike here as well. I like Arcane Comet because you really poke down the enemy in lane, and I don't go for the poking runes. You know, you can go poking runes, which is like domination runes. You go Scorch, you go Cheap Shot, and you go Zombie Ward. This is also playable. Poking runes. This is gonna give you an insane early game. You know, Arcane Comet, Scorch, Cheap Shot, insane early game. However, with my Ziggs build, we're gonna be focusing on the late game. We go Gathering Storm. We're gonna stack to the late game. We go Giant Slayer or Cup of Grass. Cup of Grass against squishy enemies. Cup of Grass plus Infinity Orb, you are beyond one-shotting people late game when they're low HP. But Giant Slayer is generally better because, you know, even most ADCs, they will go for like a Trinity Force, or like even most AP champions go for Rift Maker, and all of these items gives them bonus HP, which is often gonna make the Giant Slayer a lot better than Cup of Grass. Here we go for Legend Bloodline to give you healing. You don't have any healing, you have full damage items, so having healing is like, Legend Bloodline is already more than enough to heal you to full HP always, because Ziggs does so much damage, one of the highest damages in the game. And then here, Zombie Ward, to get even more damage. If you stack this up, you get another 50 ability power, which is literally like almost as much as some of the full items. This one gives 65. Zombie Ward alone will give you 50. And on top of the Rabadon's Death Cap, it's going to give you up to 45% extra. So you're going to have a ton of AP and a ton of extra AP from Zombie Ward. Go for Bone Plating, however, if you're against like a Zed or something, someone that, you know, that's going to try to assassinate you. Evelyn, you know, stuff like that, absolutely go Bone Plating. And then for the spells, you go for Ignite and Flash, or you go Flash and Barrier if you want the Barrier, or Exhaust. Exhaust is also playable on Ziggs. Really, really good. So that's it for the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. Let me make sure the screen is good. The screen looks good, yeah. So I played Ziggs and I thought by myself, you know, wait 1 second. Is this buff really gonna change anything? Is this buff really gonna make him super good or something? And then yes, it does. It absolutely does. Because The main thing I noticed about the buff, let me actually look up the buff, because if I remember correctly, his second ability got buffed, but like, I feel like something else got buffed as well. Ziggs, wait 1 second. Wild Rift patch notes. It was in 6.1, I believe. Let me just make sure. Control F. Yeah, Ziggs. Oh yeah, so more got buffed. Because I remembered it correctly. Like, no, I remembered it incorrectly. It feels like more got buffed about Ziggs than just his second ability. So his what is it? Empowered bouncing ball. So his empowered first ability does more damage, quite a lot more damage. His second ability now, the main part is on level 1, it's gonna execute turrets at 20% HP rather than 10% HP. And his third ability cooldown got reduced from 18 seconds to 16 seconds. So he's a lot stronger, and I felt that. Ziggs was, I would say, quite lackluster before. But now, like as I said, the buffed first ability really hurts a lot more. You're gonna feel it. Like when you hit that, you're gonna feel it a lot. Well, you know what I'm doing here? I know Vi is over the wall. I knew exactly where she was. I baited her, thinking like this is gonna be easy. Oh my god, I hit a beautiful first ability. But we actually lost the fight. We actually lost. So in my eyes, you know, I was baiting the Vi, thinking by myself, we have a Lee Sin, you know, we're gonna win this easily. Vi jumped over, and I even hit like a perfect first ability. But it was still not enough to win the fight. Really shows you how strong Vi is. Also, you know, my runes, late game runes. If I had Scorch, if I had Cheap Shot, we would have probably killed both of them. But of course I wouldn't have, I didn't really know that in the draft, right? Like I can't blame myself. I'm trying to kill him here. It's a bit difficult. Oh, this game I went bone plating for the reason I told you in the draft. Oh, that hit? Yeah, so like, you know, I love to go zombie ward. I love to. But this particular game, I really needed a bone plating. He is gonna ult me. Yeah, so like if I don't go bone plating here, I'm gonna die on respawn. I'm pinging my Lee Sin to gank him, because it should be a free gank. Come on, Lee Sin. Oh, he missed. I have ult, but I don't have mana. I think I wanted to save gold for my ult. Sorry, save mana for my ult, but then I didn't know where the Z was anymore, so I'm just gonna clear it away. Okay, nice, I got that one. Playing Ziggs is very interesting because, contrary to popular belief, playing Ziggs is not just throwing bombs. It's not just throwing your abilities, trying to hit the enemy, just spam your abilities. No, not really. Playing Ziggs is trying to position yourself in a way where you can consistently bully the enemy while being safe. And this is different in every game, because some games you're going to be against a Z and a Vi, which means you have to position very carefully. Utilize your second ability to push them away while, you know, jumping away yourself. And other games you're just going to be against backlines where you have to position yourself all the way in front so you can reach the backlines. So you have to understand how to play it. Also, Ziggs' abilities do damage to turrets, as you can see. Use that. It doesn't do that much damage, but like, it's worth to like do AoE damage on the frontline minions plus the turret at the same time. But like your basic attacks will still do more. But like here you can see I'm hitting the turret as well as the minions together, just so I do a little bit more damage. Yeah, look at that. We're just slowly but steadily chipping down the turret. This is also worth it, you know, 49 damage, good. Like that's pretty good to throw. Especially like here comes the next part, right? Like why is it worth to do this? We just want to get this turret to 20% HP. That's all we want. We want to get it down to 20, and then of course we can execute it. If we notice that in a side lane the turret is getting very low, we can try to go for that lane as well. Oh, that should be a kill on Lucian? Oh, on that guy. So like if I notice that the bot lane turret is at like 700 HP, I can from outside just hit it with a couple of first abilities basic attacks, and then when it's at, you know, 20% HP, I'm gonna one-shot it with my second ability. Claim the turret bounty. It's gonna give me 2 turret plates and the whole bounty and everything. It's really good if you do that. So you can see again, you know, 50 damage. It's gonna stack on top of each other. If I hit that like 10 times, it's 500 damage. As you can see from outside range, you're not gonna do damage to the turret, but... we're gonna keep pushing. I mean, we're gonna keep pushing. Because like, I'm getting dangerously close to the turret being 600 HP. There we go, look! We just keep hitting it. The turret is at 900. You see how easy it is to get this turret down? It's especially important to get this turret before 7.5 minutes to claim those bounties. Ooh. I don't really know why they went for that Herald, because Lee Sin was on the Drake anyways. All I know is I want this turret. And I think I can get it. I'm just gonna go for it immediately. Look at this, look at this. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this turret. Look at this, look. Yeah, and now I can get it, look. Boink! I didn't get first turret though, it was really close. But hey, I don't care. Look at how much you... See, this is how you get fed on Ziggs, look. 3,000 gold. You may be wondering, where the hell did I get those 3,000 gold from? I have 1 assist, I don't even have a kill. And that's all because I was shoving the wave and I got the turret. And that's the new Ziggs second ability. If, you know, with the previous Ziggs, I would not have had this turret. And let me tell you that this makes an insane difference in a game. Getting a turret like that, especially if you get first turret. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually get first turret this game. I was like a millisecond too late. But this is the stuff that gets you fed. See, now that I have all of this gold, I have a lot of items, which means my ult is going to do a lot more damage. Which, oh, it didn't give me a kill here, unfortunately. I knew Zed would be there. That's why I threw my third ability there and I actually killed him. I love outplaying Zeds because I'm really good at Zed myself. I know exactly how these Zed players think. So I love outplaying them like that. Because I just knew he would go in his shadow. So I threw my third ability and he just walked into the mines, and then I killed him with Ignite second ability. And here, look, we just attacked the turret. I'm Ziggs, I do a lot of damage to the turret with my abilities as well as, you know, my basic attacks. And if we can get this turret to 600 HP, you know the drill. Look, we just keep going. There's turret plates on this thing, look. There we go, that's another one. And guess what? We're at nearly 3,000 gold again. When was the last time that I said that? A minute ago? Do you now see my point of how to play Ziggs? You take mid turret, you rotate, you take side turrets. All before the 7.5 minute mark. Use your ultimate to gank as well, like, you know, you don't have to walk all the way to side lanes. This is how you can keep up pressure as Ziggs. So you may be wondering, like, how am I able to consistently push turrets like this, you know? Because Zed is gonna gank, like, what am I gonna do? Well, you as a Ziggs don't really even need to gank. You can pretty much gank with your ult. Just walk close to the enemy lane, throw your ult, provide that value, and go back to your lane. Go back to your lane, shove the wave, and keep pushing those turrets. This is like my main tip for Ziggs. This is really my main way on how I pretty much always get fed on Ziggs. Because now, 8 minutes into the game, I can go back at that Rabadon. Sometimes I go Infinity Orb. This game I go Rabadon's Death Cap because we have Pantheon and Lee Sin. They can finish off the enemies really effectively. So for me, I realized my job in this game is to chunk them down. Not quite to finish them yet. In the late game I can. But this is also what I mean. Like, you know, I'll give you guys a build to follow. But you have to use... you have to understand that there's multiple builds for multiple scenarios. So this particular game, it's better to go Rabadon second rather than Infinity Orb. I was even thinking about going Liandry's this game. I remember I didn't want an Infinity Orb this game. I don't know if I'm actually gonna build it, but... Oh, let's just jump away. Oh, I need to He hit all of his shurikens, so I should have flashed. I don't know why I was so greedy. I thought by myself that I could avoid his damage with my second ability, but this Zed was smart. He waited before throwing his shuriken. You can see the Zed is 5 on 1. It's not like, you know, I'm just beating him in. I'm equal in gold with him. Mind you, I have like nearly 9,000 gold 9 minutes into the game. And I'm equal with him. So this is a good Zed. And here I realized I have to take him serious. And I actually have to flash when he ults me and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna build a stasis sometime soon. Just because this Zed is actually playing pretty decent. Like, he's playing in such a different way from me. Because he's an assassin, he's been ganking a lot. I am Ziggs, I took 2 turrets. Right? So that's like the difference between us two. Yeah, I knew he would go in there, so I threw this, but it's just... See, I don't have Infinity Orb. With Infinity Orb, I would have probably killed him. Oh! Mordekaiser saved me. Vi ulted me, but Mordekaiser saved me from her ult. I would have died. I mean, I would have 100% died right there. Right there, 100% death. The Vi ult would have gotten me. No way that Mordekaiser just saves me like that. I'm not complaining. What can I say? Okay, this Zed is annoying. Oh, I got him. I got him. I got him. Yeah, I got him. Nice. 700 gold. Whew. Let's maintain a little bit of distance while trying to hit them. Yeah, I'll just hit one first ability and then Vayne can take care of the rest. Next turret, you know, we can do our thing with the next turret. I don't mind her ulting. I can just use my second ability to jump off of her after her ult, basically. Anti-shield. Oh, anti-shield makes a lot of sense this game, yeah. They have Vi, they have Mordekaiser, they have Zed with Eclipse, remember that as well. So anti-shield actually makes good sense here, which is why I'm building it, of course. And again, like, I just didn't want Infinity Orb. Yeah, you can see I'm not building it because, like, our team has execution with the Pantheon and the Lee Sin. I don't quite need to execute enemies. I just need to do as much raw damage as possible. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like. It really supports the channel a lot. You know, I'm doing my best to create a lot of content for the main channel again, as well as making 2 videos a day on the second channel. So if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like. Also, put down a comment. You know, the skin giveaway is almost ending for April. Giving away 3 skins like I always do. Just put down a comment under this video and you've entered the skin giveaway. You increase your chances with the more comments you put down under several videos. Not on the same video. Because I filter duplicate comments on the same video. Remember that. Don't spam comments on one video. But if you want to increase your chances, you can put down comments under other videos that I've uploaded in April. Oh, that ult is insane. Look at that. It's incredible amounts of damage. And again, we're just gonna push. We're just gonna push. They want to take Baron? I want to push. Look at that. Look at my damage. Look, I just kind of want to push. Oh. I feel like I can kill... Wow, I just did 700... I just did nearly 800 damage to that Lucian with one first ability, by the way. That is just disgusting. Oh, okay, I am doing tons of damage. Nice, we got the Baron. Zed wants to go on me, I think, so I'm just jumping out. You see how I'm just getting their whole backline to 1 HP? Oh my god. Oh, wow, the Zed killed Vayne and he survives? Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, no, I'm killing everyone. Let's double kill. Can I catch this guy? I'm gonna ult him. Oh, triple kill. Look at that. Wow. That is great. That's Ziggs is so good, actually. If you know how to play this champion, he's so good. Like, really, my main tip is everyone knows how to throw the bombs. I'm not gonna teach you, like, how to... Well, actually, I am gonna teach you how to increase your hit rate on the first ability. Oftentimes, I would say, just throw it. Oh, wow, look at this. I missed my bomb. Ironic when I'm talking about how to increase your hit rate, but... in a situation in a big team fight, oftentimes you need to spam it. However, sometimes you are against mobile champions like Riven, Lucian, Zed. We are actually against Zed and Lucian in this game. If you just keep, you know, spamming your first ability, it's actually going to be pretty difficult to hit. Sometimes in a game like this, it's better to wait a little bit, just to see how they're moving, and just to see if they've used their mobility, if Lucian already dashed, you know. And then after the mobility, you can try to manually aim properly and hit that first ability and actually, you know, do more damage rather than spamming it. But of course you can, you know, you're still supposed to pretty much spam it, like, you're still supposed to use a lot of it. Wait, am I not gonna get that turret? Wow, I didn't get the turret, I messed up. I'm probably screwed. Let's try to jump over the wall. He jumped over the wall as well. Of course, because he's Lucian, he can jump as well. He got me. Yeah. It's annoying when you get flashed on like that by a mobile champion like Lucian. Or like Riven or something. You can't really do much against that. I can get that turret anyways. I can almost get that turret too with my second ability. Of course, that's what my eyes are on right now. Come on. Nice. I don't even have to take the turret anymore. Oh, he's gonna take that turret. He's gonna die for it though. Oh, no. Oh, oh. Never mind. He got a kill. He's gonna die for it, but wow. This Pantheon is doing some good stuff. Oh, by the way, is any one of you guys like familiar with Pokemon cards? I bought these Pokemon cards because I'm with this girl that likes Pokemon. So I don't know. I don't really know anything about Pokemon cards. They just look shiny and cool, so I bought them. But can anyone tell me if any one of these cards is worth anything? The ones that I don't think are worth anything are these weird cards, like this one. You know, these ones, they're not really worth anything. But I think this one is also not really worth anything. You know, this looks kind of average. And this one, I mean, who the hell wants this? I just picked it up because why not? But this one, I don't know why, but I have a feeling this one is worth something. Like, as in, you know, will people actually pay for this? If you can read what it is. It's Blastoise V Max. I got this Flareon as well. This is her favorite Pokemon. But then, I think this one is actually worth something. This one is called Sylveon GX. And it looks so fancy that I just have this weird feeling that this one has to be something cool. But yeah, I basically just got them because they look very cool. And this girl... So this girl likes... what is that Pokemon called? Eevee? And apparently... I didn't find Eevee, but I found these two, the Flareon and the Sylveon, and they looked like Eevee. So I bought them. And then I looked up later on Google, these are evolutions of Eevee. So it's fair to say she was quite happy when she saw that I bought them, so that's pretty nice. So I'll give them to her. But I'm just kind of curious, like, are they actually worth anything? Because I paid like I paid like 7 euros for them. I gave the kid 10 euros just, you know, to give him a little bit of extra money. Because the kid, I wanted to be nice to him. But like, I wonder, like, maybe one of these cards is worth like, I don't know, like 500 euros or something. That would be pretty funny. So any Pokemon lovers, I'm pretty sure I have like, you know, thousands of viewers. At least one of you guys is going to be an avid Pokemon collector. Oh yeah, the game is over. Let's take a look at how much damage I did and everything like that. Let us see. I did 40k damage. It's quite a lot. More surprised about Pantheon doing 35k damage, by the way. It's crazy amounts of damage. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.